Hello, my name is Rafael Seiz Ortiz, and in this learning video, we are going to see the different types of commas, which is very important for academic writing. We will see the types of commas. There are 7 types of commas, because the commas are the most important punctuation marks in writing in general and in academic writing in particular. And the use of commas depend on the meaning and the function, which is reflected in the different types of commas. It is very important for the student, or for the writer, the technical and the formal, the academic writer, to differentiate between types of commas, because they have different meanings, and knowing the differences of these types, we would be able to write well and in a very clear way. So the objective is to use these types of commas correctly and to know the difference between them. There are 7 types of commas, and these types serve a different function depending on the background meaning of each type. Conjunctive comma, explanatory comma, contrastive comma, apposition comma, vocative comma, enumerative comma, and elliptical comma. Rather than knowing exactly the name or identifying the name of each type, the most important thing is to know the purpose and the meaning of each type in order to use it correctly in academic texts. Let's start with the conjunctive comma, which is very typical. It implies a conjunction. Or a conjunction meaning, a linking meaning, that establishing a link or relationship between 2 parts of the sentence, 2 phrases. For example, typically to express contrast, cause and effect, etc. And normally they come together with a connector, but not necessarily. Sometimes the comma itself has gives the meaning of the connector. Here we have the connector, the linking word. They conducted a lot of tests. Nevertheless, they did not achieve any definitive result. In this case, we have the connector, but sometimes the comma, as I said, can be a linking element in itself. The next type is explanatory comma. It is related to the meaning of giving explanations, an explanation of what has been said before the comma. Here we have a clear example. In this exclamatory comma, we could also use a linking word, but in this case we don't have the linking word because the comma is a linking element. I need some days off. I feel exhausted. Here, the comma serves the function of a linking word. In this case, a cause, an effect, an explanation of the previous sentence. The next type is what we call contrastive comma. It is very important because it normally introduces the meaning of a contrast or an opposition between 2 ideas. And normally it comes with the help of the adequate linking word or connector. Let's see the example. Although the project is not well funded, high quality materials must be used in the manufacturing process. Here, the comma helps the linking word or the connector, which is in this case at the beginning of the previous sentence. But the comma is crucial, fundamental to clarify the idea and the connection between these 2 phrases. The next type is what we call apposition comma. It places a noun or noun phrase, that is a noun plus adjective, etc., close to another one as an explanation of it, an explanatory equivalent. So this noun or noun phrase, which is put close to the thing we want to explain, is put in commas. For example, Buyer, the company in charge of the project, is experiencing financial difficulties. In this case, the company in charge of the project explains or identifies the previous element, which is the company buyer. The next one is vocative comma, which is not as widely used in academic writing. It is used to refer to a person with imperative or to request something from him or her. Peter, please lock the gate when you finish. Peter, please. Then it is a request and it is put in commas. This is, as I said, not widely used in academic writing. The next one is used in academic texts, is enumerative comma. And the purpose is ordering the elements of a list or sequence very clearly. And remember, there is no comma before the last element introduced by and. In this case, we don't use and except in the so-called Oxford comma. The materials used were concrete, comma, steel, comma, aluminium, comma, sand, and, without comma, a little iron. The elliptical comma, also used in formal writing, exemplifies or means the absence of an element in the text that has been removed from the text for any reason. For example, we used titanium for the edge, semicolon. Stainless steel, comma, for the blade, semicolon, to separate more. Wood, comma, for the handle. Then, instead of saying stainless, we use stainless for the blade, or we used, again, in order to avoid repetition, we use this elliptical comma. So, we have 7 types of commas, each one with their different purposes, and it's very important to understand the meaning and purpose they serve in order to use them correctly in practice in academic texts, because sometimes it is very confusing to read a text that has incorrect punctuation in terms of commas. So this classification of the types of commas can help you to better write and better use the comma, this very important punctuation mark. Thank you very much.